What's going on, Southern Reef Keepers? Appreciate everyone's patience. I know I haven't posted a video in quite some time. A lot has happened. I'm now a dad. I'll get into that later, but I wanted to provide an update on the tank. Try to keep the channel going. I do plan on posting more material now that I've gotten this whole dad thing under control, but here's where we're at now. So the tank, to remind you, is a 120 Peninsula tank. It's doing quite well. In what little free time I am able to afford, I spend it on the tank. And so I wanted to provide a quick update, just let everyone know how it's going. I apologize for the less than stellar video quality. I am using my iPhone. Don't have the money to spend on anything fancier just yet, but everything's going well. So I still have the 2 Ocellaris, the 3 Fire Gobies, a Coal Tang Fox Face, and a Powder Brown Tang. And everybody is doing really well. I've done some reorganizing recently. I moved this Seriatopora, which is not showing up well, down here. He is doing well though, starting to get some polyp extension. He was living but not thriving in the old position. You can see the Powder Brown. There he is, looking great. Just put him in the tank recently. I love this fish. I think it's beautiful. He is the last fish I intend on adding. His full size will be around 8 inches, which makes him oversized for this tank. By that point, I hope to increase my tank size to get my quote forever tank. But in the meantime, everybody's doing well. As you can see, on the left side of my tank, I have a Seriatopora there, bird's nest on the left with some green star polyp or GSP in the background. A couple red monoporas right there and right there. Overlaying some acans, some Superman mushrooms, another mushroom. And from there, it really spreads out into a mix of Seriatopora acans, some lettuce coral, torch coral, acans on the sand bed, acans on the wall. My very proud Acropora that seems to be doing great polyp extension, and it's encrusting. And then you get into my frog spawn around the end of the tank. It seems to be doing quite well, growing. I see new heads all the time. I know it's very blue, guys. I will post another video. Down here on the right is GSP, but it's retracted at the moment in front of the fox face. You see a Possilepora right here, growing in front of the anemone. And then you have more Seriatopora and acans before you get into my new addition, which is the zoanthic colony that was previously in my frag tank. I forget the names, guys, but you have a mix of fire and ice, Bam Bams. Up here you have some Fruit Loops, and then the guys with the green skirt and the orange eye, I don't recall their name. You move over into some acans, monoporas, acros, and then stuffed in right between a Seriatopora, you also have a Meliopora. So everybody seems to be doing well. The coral is growing, the fish are thriving, everyone's eating. I see no signs of disease or ick. I have the lights out in the room at the moment, but I just can't tell you how happy I am to have gone with a Peninsula tank in my 120. Again, I did build this stand myself, so I'll do some additional videos here in a little bit. Let me take a break there and jump into my maintenance room and what I've been doing there. I apologize for the shaky camera work, guys. I'm not a professional, so you're gonna have to live with it. I apologize. So let me take a quick jump and get back to it. So part of being a new dad means I have limited time. I have to decide where I spend my time away from the kids. And so what I chose to spend my time on is the tank. And it's not a lot of time. It might be 5-10 minutes at a time, but I've managed to keep the tank running and actually improving while I've been away. So a couple of things that I've done. You'll see that I have done some zip ties on the return line for the carbon reactor and on the auto top off, just to keep things nice and neat. I do have a plan to actually get rid of this and move it into another room, clean things up a little bit. And I've also emptied my frag tank. As you can see, I have nothing but GSP in there now. And it's really more for holding system volume. Everything seems to be going well. One of the things I will say that I've done recently is I have moved away from worrying about growing in the frag tank and more on maintaining the proper dosing schedule. So I have my dosing pump set up, and I have my alkalinity here and calcium there. And one of the things I've started doing is maintaining the same level of top off, or not top off maybe, but dosing chemicals, and made sure that I'm filling the tanks in the same way every single time, so I can compare one can over the next. I fill it up to just here at the neck, and that's allowed me to really maintain the right dosing schedule. So on that note, the one thing that I've done that has really proven to be the most beneficial for myself is testing alkalinity daily. I have a dosing schedule. I test alkalinity daily. I test calcium once to twice a week, about every 4 or 5 days, and magnesium once every 2 weeks. And it's really helped me keep in line with the tank and see how things are doing. I come down here and take a look at the skimmer, take a look at my auto top off, which is here in this 5-gallon bucket. And it really has allowed me to keep in touch with the system overall. So I have my dosing pumps set up right there. I just replaced those lines to keep them nice and neat. And they actually return off of the return line. I know it's poor quality, but it returns right off of the carbon reactor, which ensures that the alkalinity dosing is dispersed when it hits the water, and it doesn't clump up or collect on any of my equipment. So everything seems to be going well. I cannot speak highly enough for testing alkalinity daily. If you have SPS, LPS, it just speaks volumes for your tank's performance and will really keep you in line with how things are doing. So that's kind of where I'm at for the moment. I do want to put together some additional updates here in the not too distant future. Now that I think I have this whole, kid thing under control, I hope to be posting more. So I certainly appreciate everyone paying attention and following me here on YouTube. So again, the tank is doing well. Foxface and the powder brown here on the side are doing a good job at keeping some of the algae under control, along with the coal tang and the carbon GFO. More detailed videos coming, guys. Stick with me. Thanks. Bye.